everyone, so just got back from an unexpectedly good morning at a library book sale. It's not the big annual one, it's still a few months away, that we go to every year. But this was a smaller one for a library in a town that's a little more out of the way. I've actually never been there before, and we couldn't go the first few days. I was working during the times it was open, but Saturday morning, as the time that I'm filming this, they had a fill a bag day, so like $6 a bag, and you could fill those bags. Everything that we got at that store was only in 3 bags. Wasn't expecting a whole lot because usually by then it's just sort of whatever is left, but actually left with a lot of books. So I was really excited, and then something else will be another video we found while we were out. But starting off with the Lillian Jackson Braun, the Cat Who series, roughly half the series, and this was less than half a bag. I was like, okay, those are ones I wouldn't pick up just 1 or 2 at a time, but a whole bunch, and just going through all kinds of stuff, all different genres. Strange Corner, love the cover for that one. The Ellery Queen, Dragon's Teeth, and Calamity Down. Cardinal Sins. Some Philippa Gregory. Volumes 1 and 2 of this Tracy Pearson series. Into a few sci-fi fantasy as well. Not a whole lot, but there were some good ones there if you kind of looked through. Prisoner's Hope, shimmery cover. Riders of the Winds. Some more Pierce Anthony. This is really cool. Refugee Volume 1, Bid of a Space Tyrant. Not of Woman Born. The Dragon Quartet. People of the Fire. Diana Wynne Jones. Space Above and Beyond. Demolition Winter. This is kind of cool. It's based off the very short-lived sci-fi series. I actually didn't know there were novels based on that show. It wasn't around very long, so it had to have been planned to be in production while that first season was being made or coming out. 2041, a short story collection, one of the Babylon 5 books. Great series. Man Who Rides Through. Haze. Part of the Foundation novels, Isaac Asimov's Foundation, and Terry Brooks' Wizard at Large. I remember reading that one a long time ago. It's a good little variety to start us off. A whole bunch of kind of interesting ones that my wife picked up as well in her bags. We have the Blagger's Guide to Zelda, Ocarina of Time, plus Command and Conquer, a complete guide, kind of a cool thing from our past. See, we have some Mary Lou, a whole bunch of those. Bloodlines, Forever, Blue Shoes and Happiness, Rose and Dagger, book 1 that open the book and unlocks a secret, Edminion Spring. Never heard of that one before. Actually, I had this one when I was a kid, The Ewok Who Was Afraid, an Ewok adventure book. Star Wars Episode 1, some Star Wars kids books. Clone Wars, nice little stack of those. I found one of these recently as well. I have to look which one I have, but 2 and 4 in this Unicorn series. I have to look. I remember I found the bins, 1 volume from that series. Always October. The Return of the Indian. Some Meg Cabot by the Princess series. Oh, Wishbone. Some Cirque du Freak. A to Z Mysteries. And Rainbow Magic, a lot of common ones we find, the Dragons of Deltora, some Animorphs, good old classic series when I was in elementary into like middle school age. Bionicle, my brother really liked those. And then a few classics, a nice little selection. And that was already pretty good, but then I also was able to go through and find a handful of DVDs as well to shove into these like third bag. So we have Changing Lanes, Collateral Damage, Real Steel, With Honors, Under Siege, part of the Moody Science Classics, God of the Atom. I have a bunch of these that I have yet to put up, kind of waiting until I had more, so happy to grab one of those. License to Kill, a Family Frontier 4 Films collection, triple feature DVD set, Babylon AD, Secret in Their Eyes, the Best of Star Trek: The Next Generation. This is a cool set. There were 2 volumes they did in this line for TNG, and then 2 volumes for TOS. So this has Best of Both Worlds 1 and 2, Yesterday's Enterprise, and Measure of a Man. It's a really good set to have in our collection as well. A Steven Seagal double feature, Magic in the Moonlight, Spartacus Gods of the Arena, Perfect Man and the All-Nighter double feature, Final Solution, and Jackie Chan's Magnificent Bodyguards. So yeah, that was really good. It was a lot more than I was expecting to find, especially to be able to shove that all in just like 3 bags and go out the door. That was great. And then we'd never been to this particular library before, and they gave us a coupon. Then they said, oh, upstairs in the actual library, this was like in the basement, there's a little corner where they just have continuously an actual like little store in the library. So you have the normal library itself and checking out books, and then they only have this library book sale a few times throughout the year, and they're independent from the one that we normally go to, this huge annual one. So throughout the year, in between library book sales, they actually have a tiny little active store, size of like a average little living room, like a little corner that they have there. But it's okay, we'll go ahead and check that out. And we'll definitely have to check back again, especially the next time they have one of these book sales. Maybe every once in a while stop in, because they had a good selection of stuff in there, and it was decently priced. It could be a good place to find those little missing pieces for our own collection, like a season or a particular movie you just haven't stumbled upon, because we try to find them more in the wild at thrift stores, that kind of thing. So look out for the next video, what we found there, because there was one really big surprise.